All right, time for some Whitlock and Shemeka, a little friendly fire. Shemeka, welcome back. Have you seen this video of NBA star, Boston Celtics star, Jayson Tatum and the St. Louis rapper, Sexyy Red? Both of these guys, Jayson Tatum's from St. Louis as well, they have connected, and now Twitter and social media is abuzz. Let's watch the clip. It's just a brief clip of Jayson Tatum hooking up or connecting, linking up with Sexyy Red. All right, so I can't stand Sexyy Red. She has no talent. I don't understand why she's popular. But here's the conclusion I've come to, and this is what I want to talk to you about. The rap music industry and whatever the culture is just pornography. That's what Sexyy Red has to offer. She's basically a Playboy bunny. And you know, you can have a debate on whether she's an attractive Playboy bunny, a sexy Playboy bunny, but that's what she is. That's what Cardi B is. That's what Megan Thee Stallion is. That's what all of these female rappers are. That's most of rap music, whether it's women or men. It's just lyrical pornography, and we've kind of mainstreamed it. And so I look at Jayson Tatum and I'm like, Jayson Tatum's an NBA star. Why is he connecting with some degenerate, no talent rapper? And it's because, like, well, she's a Playboy bunny. And Jayson, there's pictures of you with Playboy bunny. Check the internet. So how's he being any different than you? And so it's the culture is just pornography, and it's been mainstream.
Yes, I would like to give him props for keeping that right fist closed and not actually touching her. You know, I appreciate the fact because I think he has a girlfriend. Last I checked, he was dating the singer Ella Mai. So I think this was a great example of how men should behave. Like, okay, we're two celebrities, we're gonna take this picture, but you're not going to Me Too me. And so I think that was great, and men ought to take that and run with it and keep that fist closed. Don't actually touch them. Don't get too friendly or too close. That was a great example. And when you talk about the culture, Jayson, I think it is a wake-up call for those who call us coons, for those who call us sellouts, and for those people who refuse to accept that our culture as Black people is going downhill. They love to say, oh, that's not Black culture. But it is, because I refuse to believe that there is a group of elite jiggers, if you will, that are putting out this type of music and degeneracy that no one is interested in. This is the appetite of our people. That is why she is so popular. That's why she is so accepted. That is why she's hitting the top of the charts. This is the appetite. And maybe they are manipulating the appetite, but our people are gobbling it up, just eating it right on up. They love it. And so we have to ask ourselves, what are we doing that our men especially are so fond of her and so interested in her? She's not an ugly woman, but you have to say, men, are you looking at her to say she would make a great wife? She would be a great mother to my children. She would teach my children how to read, write, and do arithmetic and instill the morals and values that I would like my children to have. Are you saying that? Because we're pushing her as if she is the epitome of a woman. Jayson, I actually saw comments under the video with Jayson Tatum, and I saw someone say, oh, Jayson Tatum is about to get an STD. And someone said, that's okay. Like, live your life. I would get an STD. It's worth it. This is a long way away from Snoop Dogg saying, ain't no pussy good enough to get burnt while I'm up in it. Now we're telling men this is worth an STD, penicillin, or a doctor's bit, whatever. Where have we gone? And why have we gone downhill so quickly?
I'm going to do something I normally don't do, but I'm going to do it. I don't know if we're unique in this descent into pornography. Pornhub and all these other places are the most popular places on the internet for a reason. It's not just driven by 13% of the population, it's driven by the entire population. And when you look at, I saw someone on my timeline tweet out, maybe it was Ashley St. Clair, somebody was just like, what's the purpose of nude scenes in movies? And because that is what runs through my mind now on TV shows and in movies. And it's like the entire culture has been turned into a sex cult. And it's everybody. Maybe it's most acute, maybe it's most visible with us because of this hip hop deal. But that is what I see. It's just like Hugh Hefner and Playboy and Larry Flint and Hustler have just taken over the mainstream. And now it's all out of the closet and everybody's sexuality is front and center and it's all okay. And there's nothing wrong with being seen as a slut or a whore for a woman. And there's nothing wrong with a man wifing up or cuffing a slut or a whore. It's all been mainstreamed. And so, again, I don't want to make excuses for us or Jayson Tatum or Sexyy Red, because, and the other thing that I have to acknowledge about myself, being 56 years old, is that I sit here and go, Sexyy Red ain't that good looking and has zero talent. Why is she a celebrity? And because I grew up at a time when it was hard to become a celebrity. There were 3 television networks. Local radio dominated everything. There was no internet. And so only a small handful of people got to be celebrities. And being a celebrity used to actually mean something. Now it means nothing. Now it just means you have a Wi-Fi connection and you're willing to get half naked and post pictures of yourself. You can become a celebrity. And so I have to recognize that there's people 30 and under, maybe even 40 and under, that don't even remember how hard it used to be a celebrity, and that you actually used to have talent to be a celebrity. Now anybody. So I wouldn't be surprised if Sexyy Red could barely read, but she gets to be a celebrity. She doesn't have to be all that attractive. She doesn't have to have any real musical talent or skills. She can make nursery school type rhymes, put a G-string on, and say very profane things, and boom, I'm a celebrity.
I agree. I don't think she has any talent either. But I will say as well, Jayson, although we do have a porn culture, there used to be a time when it was looked down upon. Now it's actually accepted as mainstream. There was a time when, my grandmother would think, oh, those nasty women over there. I remember in The Color Purple when the father said, I heard she has that nasty woman's disease. It wasn't something that we actually celebrated, and you didn't have people saying, hey, I want to get with you and get an STD. Even back, almost 30 years ago when I was dancing, Jayson, I've told you all, I stopped because the guy that I was dating, I don't know if he got wind of it, I have no idea, because it wasn't something that was celebrated then. It was something that I hid and something that I did. Oh, I gotta go do something else, and I was going to work. But he said, if I ever find out you're doing this, I'll never talk to you again. And I stopped. And we're talking about 18 and 19-year-olds. Now, like you said, these men are wifing them or cuffing them, and it's celebrated. It was not celebrated to the point that it is now. 30 years ago, I was hiding. People would say, why do you have on, so much makeup? And I would have to make up excuses if I didn't wash it off before they saw me. Now, it's what girls are aspiring to do. And I have 3 daughters. And even as someone who actually did dance, that is something that I would never actually accept with my children. I wouldn't celebrate it. I wouldn't say, girl, I saw this cute G-string that you would look good in. And my oldest daughter has a banging body. I'm sure she would make a lot of money. It's not something that I would ever accept or tolerate or push for my own children. But now, this is what the thing is, this is what people like.
Shemeka, we're going to end on that note because you just said something very Trump-like. My daughter has a banging body. People, that's something like Donald Trump would say about it. And I don't know what to think about it. I don't know what to I don't know what to think. I don't know how to respond. So we're just going to end this. See you next time.
Thank you.
Like what you saw? Hit that like button, subscribe, and check out the full episode by clicking the link below.